Good morning, my people. Good evening. Good day, wherever you are. Today we are going to replace the radiator. So if I give you the history of this car was overheating, and I could not figure out where the overheating is coming from. So I checked on the coolant, and the coolant was dry because it was spewing the antifreeze all over. So actually coolant fan was bad and I replaced it, and that did not resolve the issue. So the water is still spewing. I suspect that it's the radiator because I replaced the cap, the radiator cap. As you can see, it's very new. The water is not coming from that cap. So I recently ordered the radiator that I'm going to replace today. I'm gonna walk you through replacing the radiator. Just for your information, I'm not a mechanic. I'm just fond of doing mechanic work. I do it by myself, but I'm not a mechanic. If you don't know what you're doing, please visit your nearest mechanic shop to replace it for you. I'm gonna walk you through one-on-one and replace it. So I just do this for fun, just in case someone has the same issue and doesn't want to go to the mechanics. These things could be very expensive to replace. I have a new one ordered from Rock Auto. Okay, let's go, guys. Alright guys, so I removed this guard. Remove the guard to give me space to reach the radiator. So as you can see, the radiator sits in here. This way it sits. We are going to open this so that it drains the entire antifreeze that's still left in the radiator. And once we do that, then we start removing this hose. This is the lower hose, which already I bought a new one. I'm going to replace it anyway. It's not bad, but I'm going to replace it. You see this clamp is what we're going to use the pliers to hold both sides and squeeze so that you can open and remove it. All right, let's drain away. My bucket is here already. I already loosened this. It's coming. So the next thing we're going to do is to remove this to give us access to the radiator. So we have this one, these studs, these ones that we have to remove. They are very brittle, so you have to be very, very careful with them. Now the radiator is exposed. This is it. All right. This is normal. It's just rattled to give it the breathing space. What we're gonna do is remove the fan. This fan, both of them need to come out, two of them. This one is the driver's side and the passenger side. So it's very easy. They have two screws, 1, 2, and equally the other one. So has the same two screws that we need to remove. So guys, it's very hard to record and at the same time doing the actual work. Excuse the shakiness of the camera. All right, first of all, I'm going to unscrew this clamp. I'm gonna replace the upper hose and the lower hose. This is the upper hose, so that's out. I'm going to do this. Just remove the entire hose. So I don't need this hose anymore anyway. So even if I cut it, I need a room to go in there. I'm going to replace that clamp anyway. So that I can reach here and remove it. That's my pliers. So just in case you want to remove this without cutting the hose, because I'm going to replace this hose, that's why I just cut it to give me easy access. You remove this battery in order for you to reach in there, because this clamp is facing downwards and it's very, very tricky to get in there. So you can remove the battery and the housing for you to reach in there, but I don't want to do that, so I cut it. To give me the access, get a hold of it. There we go. Out. This thing is dark in there because of the heat. So the battery and housing is coming out. Good. Inside. This is size 10 millimeter socket. That removes the battery. Just make sure you don't put the battery on the floor. So when you're doing these things, you need as much room as possible. right, so I'm able to reach easily. Saves you a headache. I don't know whether you guys can see it. This one, just press on it with the plus, and that comes out. Right. Then you can pull this. I know it's gonna be stuck. It doesn't matter whether I rip it. I have here the cutter. I'm just gonna cut it through. So I can remove it. There you go. So I'm stuck because engine is very, very hot, guys. Just use the paper towel to block the hole, just in case you don't want anything to go in there. All right. So remove this out of here. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna remove this and put it close by so that you see. I'm gonna remove this out. Just have to press this. This was already broken, and there's another one here. You can see. So do the same. There you go. So it's out of the way. So we're gonna use Phelps to unscrew this here, and this one. So 2 of them. And we're gonna use this same Phelps or flathead to press on this and unplug it. I'm going to unscrew this too. It's 10 as well. Just make sure you don't lose this. I'm gonna remove it in a second. The next thing we're gonna do, unscrew this, unscrew that, then the radiator should be able to come up. That's out. I'm gonna use some UD40. It's another one here. Stuck. Alright, so this comes out just like that. Same thing as this one. Comes right out. Okay, so our radiator is free. You can see it's free. You can remove it. Very easy. So before I remove the radiator, just have to remove this. There's another connection that's below here. And guys, just be patient when you're removing these things. Just be very patient. All right, basically there's another one here that you have to remove before taking out the fan. Let's check this fan. Apparently I have to remove this in order for it to come out completely. So this is stuck in here because of rust. I can just put this on the side, so that can be on the side. I don't need to remove everything. I need to remove the radiator now, and it can just come out. Alright guys, the old radiator here, it is. This radiator is bad, not good. As you can see here, it's pretty clean. I'm just gonna wipe it a little bit for it to be cleaner than what it is right now. Alright, so I have a new radiator here from Rock Auto that I'm going to open and see what's inside. This is a new radiator right here, very new. Right. Cool. So this radiator bushings comes from the old one that I need to put in the new one. Just have to clean them very well. So that goes right here, and the other one on the other side. So there are two of them. Alright. Putting the radiator in. Just make sure it doesn't touch. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is put back the brackets. The two brackets we had, I'm gonna put them back. It's right here. Okay, it's very, very tight. I have two hoses here. One is for the lower and this one is for the upper that I need to replace. So I don't know whether you guys can see. I'm gonna start with the lower hose. Has to go in here. Alright, so we're putting back the fan. So it's very much easier to put fan when this thing is not in the hose. So we gotta remove the hose. So just remove the hose and put it on the side. I'm gonna clean this fan before I put it back in. Make sure everything that you disconnected are connected back. This one I disconnected, as you can see. I have to connect it back. There you go. And also this one has to be in here. To get in there. Okay. Make sure that everything is back in place. And then you can tighten it. Before I finish tightening, I have to put this back, just hold it in place and then put all of this back. Okay, so it comes right here. Plug it in. Let's put back the driver's side. Check valves. Okay, finally it's in, and use the light to try this. Great. Okay, and I'm going to open it. Right, putting back this. Good now. Put back the battery. Already clean. Right here. All right, so that's that. Just add antifreeze directly to the radiator. Make sure that it's filled up. I have this original antifreeze OEM from AutoZone, so this coolant has to be poured directly to the radiator. All right, it's full now. have the improvised funnel. Now we are going to start the car. Let it run for a bit. The fan hasn't kicked in yet because it's still not hot. So let's turn on the AC. There you go. Fan's kicking for the AC. Alright guys. So I've driven for over 2 miles and the car is not overheating. So basically what I replaced is the radiator. Initially I had replaced the fan for the AC because the AC has stopped working, and once I replaced that fan, the AC started working, and then the car started overheating. And when it started overheating, I diagnosed everything, checked on the fuses, and the fuses were good. So I went through all the diagnoses, and what I determined is that the water was still spewing out from the radiator. So I decided to replace the radiator. It's about $90 something for Acura base model. So I replaced it, drove 2 miles. No, it's not overheating now. So thank you guys for watching. Please, if you think that this video has helped you in one way or another, please subscribe. Peace out.